I want to introduce myself to you guys. First off, my name is China, and I'm a single mom of two. I have a daughter, she is 12 years old, and I have a son, he is 8 years old. And I am 28 years old. Yes, I know I look really young, but I'm actually almost in my 30s. But as you can read the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about how I survived being a teen mom, basically. Being a teen mom and raising two kids. I know it's a lot of women out there, a lot of young ladies out there that's either thinking about getting pregnant or already is pregnant or just, I don't know, already have two kids or already have a kid and just don't know what to do, don't have no supportive family members, no supportive baby father. I was just like you, and I'm here to tell my story. So, I want to get into talking about basically from the beginning of things. So, I got pregnant at 15 years old with my daughter, who is now 12 years old. I would say it wasn't the best, but I don't regret it. And I'm going to be honest, I don't regret it. But what I didn't like about it is I was 15 and pregnant. I was a kid. I was a child. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have a job. I was still in school. I was actually in the 9th grade of high school, and I was embarrassed that I was pregnant. I was so embarrassed that I was pregnant that I didn't tell nobody. Only person I told was my best friend, and that was only because that was the only person that I could talk to at the time. I couldn't talk to my mom. I knew that if I would tell my mom, she would be super mad at me. She would want to fight me, beat me up, basically kick this baby up out of me. That's what my mom would have wanted from me. I didn't have nobody I could talk to. I didn't have no sisters that I could go run and talk to because I didn't have that type of support system. Like, growing up was bad in my household. Like, honestly, it was real bad. But thankfully, I did have a best friend that I was able to tell everything to, and I was able to vent to her about what I should do, what I shouldn't do. But nevertheless, I made the decision to keep my baby, and it was because I was 15 and pregnant, and I was scared. I didn't have nobody to talk to. I didn't know nothing about, no Plan Bs. I didn't know nothing about no abortions. I didn't know nothing about any of that. At that time, I wasn't even making my own doctor's appointments. So it's like, I was afraid to run into my grandma because then at that time, my grandma was who was raising me. And I was afraid to basically like disappoint my grandma and tell my grandma that I was pregnant. I didn't know how to tell her. I hid my pregnancy all the way up until I was, like 6 months pregnant. So the only people that had known that I was pregnant was me, my daughter dad, and my best friend. Up until I was 6 months pregnant. So once I became 6 months pregnant and, my stomach was getting really big, I wasn't able to hide it no more because I used to wear big shirts, big pants. I used to have this big pocketbook in front of my stomach, just basically hiding it from my family members because I knew that they wouldn't have liked that I was pregnant, which, I understand, but at the same time, it wouldn't have went a good way. It would have just went completely bad. They would have been trying to put their hands on me. They would have been probably trying to kick the baby up out of me. And it was like, I just didn't feel safe. I didn't feel comfortable, and I didn't feel love. Nevertheless, if I felt love, I wouldn't even probably got pregnant. And I'm just being honest. So, like I was saying, if I had felt love, I probably wouldn't even got pregnant because honestly, I feel like what parents don't understand, when your child decides to run to the streets, it's not because, she want to be fast or she want to be grown. It's because she's not feeling loved at home. So if, she may have a boyfriend or a couple of friends or whatever that's showing her so much love, that's who she's going to run to. She's going to run to them. She's not going to run to you first. It don't matter you bought her clothes, shoes, gave her food. It don't matter about none of that. She's going to run to where she feel comfortable at, where she could be herself at, where she don't have to hide nothing. She's going to run to that. That's what y'all parents got to understand. Y'all be sitting back thinking, oh, my child would never do this. My child would never do that. My child this. My child is a straight A student. Yeah, your child is a straight A student and she's not feeling love at home. So, yeah, that's why I feel like a lot of times young girls end up getting pregnant because they run to who they think love them. They believe in this young man, this grown man, and they falling in love with this person, and they letting this person take advantage of them. Because I feel like when I was 15 years old, I didn't make the decision to get pregnant. I didn't make the decision to have sex. I was actually taken advantage of. My baby dad took advantage of me. He was a little bit older than me, and he knew everything that he was doing. I didn't know anything that I was doing. I didn't even want to do anything. But because he was putting in my head, he was brainwashing me, making me feel like that this is what I should do. I just went along with it because I wasn't feeling love at home. When I went to his house, I was able to eat. I was able to sleep comfortable. I didn't have to worry about anything. So yeah, he took very much advantage of me. And my parents, they didn't care. My mom didn't care. My grandma didn't care. Nobody did not care. So my whole thing is, once I became 6 months pregnant, as I was saying, my baby dad decided to tell my cousin, I think it was. He told my cousin, and then my cousin told my sisters, and my sisters ended up telling my mom. My mom at the time, she was living in a whole nother state. First of all, my mom never even raised me. She was living in a whole nother state. She came from that state to where I was at, and she was very upset. She was angry. She was mad. She wanted to fight my baby dad mom. She wanted to fight my baby dad grandma. She wanted to fight my baby dad. She was putting the blame on everybody except for herself. She was putting the blame on everybody except for herself. She never stepped back and said, if I was being an active mother, how I'm supposed to be and take care of my kids, maybe this wouldn't have happened to my 15-year-old daughter. Maybe my 15-year-old daughter wanted to turn to the streets and look for love in the streets. She would have been looking for love from me, and I would have been giving it to her. Yeah, so I take accountability of my actions, and I also blame my mother. I blame my mother for not being there in my life and being what I needed her to be for me. And I blame her for the reason why I got pregnant at 15. If she was in my life, I probably would have never got pregnant at 15. And that's what I'm standing on. And not even just in my life. If she was a mom, a mother, and not a toxic parent, want to curse you out, want to call you crazy names, want to belittle you, want to kick you down, want to beat on you, want to treat you so badly. Yeah. The things I went through in my life when I became pregnant was just crazy. It was crazy. And I feel for these young girls out here that just don't have nobody to talk to. I'm telling you this right now. If you don't have nobody to talk to, and you watching this video, and you a teen mom, or you a teen, and you pregnant right now, and you scared and you afraid, DM me. You can talk to me. I'm here for you. I'll be that ear. I'll be that shoulder you could cry on. I'll give you advice because I've been through it. My daughter is 12. She's 12. I made it through all the trials and tribulations with my daughter. You understand? I'm 28 years old. I'm about to be 29. I made it. And not even just that, I got 2 kids. I had 2. 2, baby. And I made it with both of mine. And you want to know something? My kids was my motivation, okay? If I didn't have my kids, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I'm not even saying like, oh, I'm doing the best. Like, you know, like I'm just high up there. I'm doing what I can do and I'm managing. But yeah, things is way different than how it used to be about 5, 6, 7 years ago. Things is way different. I'm smarter. I'm more focused. I know what I want and what I don't want. And I don't take no bull crap from nobody. And guess what? I don't allow people to come in and out of me and my kids' lives that wasn't there from the beginning. If you wasn't there from the beginning, don't try to hit me up now. Don't try to check in on me. Don't try to check in on my kids. Leave us alone. Leave us be. Because when we were struggling, when we ain't had nobody, when my back was against the wall with 2 kids being 19, 20 years old and nobody wasn't there, when I didn't have no money to feed my kids, when I didn't have no money to feed myself, who was there? Nobody. Nobody. When my son was down to his last pamper and I didn't have $1 to my name, who was there for me? Nobody. Nobody was there for me. Nobody. Nobody was there. Nobody. So I don't want to hear, oh, hey, China, how are you? Or China, when you going to call us? When you going to come see us? We miss the kids. We want to see the kids. I don't want to hear none of that, because when my back was against the wall, nobody was there. Not my mom, not my grandma, not my dad, not none of my sisters, not none of my baby dads, nobody. It was just me. Okay? It was just me. And that's what I'm standing on. And it's okay, because you know what? I'm not even mad at nobody no more. I'm not even mad. I put all of that behind me. But it's the simple fact. Me being young and having 2 kids, nobody shouldn't have turned their back on me. Especially if I needed help and I'm asking for help and y'all seeing that I need help and y'all still didn't help me. I don't respect people like that. I ended up dropping out of high school. I dropped out of school in the 9th grade. I dropped out of school in the 9th grade because I was embarrassed that I was pregnant. I was embarrassed. I didn't want nobody making fun of me. I didn't want nobody looking at me different. I didn't want nobody judging me. I just didn't want to deal with no bullcrap from nobody. So I dropped out of school. And you know what I did at the age of 18, 19 years old? I went back to school. I got my diploma. Yeah, diploma, not GED, because I'm pretty sure everybody was expecting me to say GED, but I went back to school and got my diploma. I did what I needed to do to make sure that my kids had something to be proud of. Yeah, so my kids going to know that no matter what mommy went through, she never gave up. I never gave up. I kept pushing, and I kept pushing, and I kept pushing. I never gave up. Like, I never gave up. Even when everybody gave up on me, I still believed in myself, because my kids needed me. My kids, my babies, they needed me. I didn't have no space to give up. I grew up fast. And it's like when people be judging me, and when people don't understand me, when people don't take the time to really see who I am as a person, it hurts me. And it hurts me bad. But I know that my kids love me, and I love my kids, and my kids gonna grow up and they gonna look back and they gonna say, mommy was there for us. She was there. She ain't never leave our side. Even though grandma used to call DHS, CPS on mommy, mommy still was there for us. Mommy ain't never let us get taken away. My kids ain't never went a night without eating. Never. But ask me how many nights I went without eating. Sometimes I had to choose between paying the bill or eating. I had to choose. But no matter what, I always made sure my kids ate. You know how many nights I went without eating? It's to the point now I'm used to not eating. That now when I want to eat and stuff, I don't even want to eat, because I'm so used to not eating. Because I'm so used to giving to my kids all the time, because we ain't have it. I ain't had it like that. I never had it like that. And I don't even mean to be crying right now, but it's like when I talk about being a teen mom and surviving, this really touched my heart. Like, it's a touchy subject, because nobody was there for me. I went through so much pain. Pain that people don't even know about. All the days when people asking, oh, China, where you at? Why you don't want to come outside? Why you don't want to hang out? I was going through pain. I was hurt. Because why I want to be around people that wasn't there for me and my kids? Why I want to be around people that treat me bad? I'm a good person. I got a good heart. I care about everybody. And even though these people that did me so wrong, I still got love in my heart for these people, and I never did them wrong. Never. And I would never leave them hanging. I don't care what age they are. If they have a child or anything, I would never leave them hanging. I get people the clothes off of my back. That's how much I care about people. But everybody just look back at me like, oh, China's so strong. She's strong. She got it. She don't need us. All because I don't ask. They think I don't need. No, I don't ask because I'd rather get it on my own. But it ain't going to hurt to say, China, you need something? China, I can help you with this. It's not going to hurt to say that. Listen, y'all, I want to finish this story up, but I keep crying, and I wasn't supposed to be crying. Like, I wanted to talk about my story and try to give advice to other young women or teen moms that's out there, I just want to give advice to y'all. Like, never give up. Like, don't never give up. Even when it seems hard, don't give up. Keep pushing. You got this. You got this, and you gonna be okay. Even when your back is against the wall and all eyes is against you, don't give up. And when your life start leveling up the way you want it to be, don't never look back. Don't look back. Just leave the past with a past and keep pushing forward for you and your child. And don't feel guilty and don't feel bad that you're pregnant and you a teen, because things happen. Things happen. But you strong and you got this, and you gonna make it through it whether people is there for you or not. You got this. I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all. I might come out with a part 2. Comment below if y'all want a part 2 when I'm not crying. Like, I just be real emotional. Like, anybody that personally know me, they know that I do cry about everything. But it's like, if y'all want part 2, comment below and let me know if y'all want part 2. Y'all want to know what else happened in my life and how I made it, how I survived raising 2 kids as a teen mom. Let me know and comment below. And thank y'all so much for even watching this video. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that way you don't miss none of my videos. I am a new content creator, but I'm here to stay, and I'm here to tell my side of the story, and I'm here to tell my truth. Bye, y'all.